Hi, welcome back to ONSC Live. My name is Erin, and I'm standing here under the observation deck at Ozarks Natural Science Center. I'm here to give you the answer to this week's riddle. Did you guess it? It was symbiosis. Now, symbiosis is actually a relationship between two different kinds of living things that live together and depend on each other. Let's take a look at some of the examples of symbiosis we can find right here in the Ozarks. Take a look at this light green stuff growing on this tree. You've probably seen it before. It's called lichen. The neat thing about lichen is that it's actually two different living things growing together. Can you guess what they are? Fungi and algae. I have a funny way to remember this. Algae met a fun guy and they took a liking to each other. Ha! These two organisms have special jobs in their symbiotic relationship. The algae make the food through photosynthesis, and the fungi provide the shelter. Sounds like a pretty good setup, right? This kind of relationship that benefits both parties involved is called mutualism. Everybody wins. Think about you and your best friend. Could that be another example of mutualism? If I used my hands to show this, I would put 2 thumbs up because both organisms are happy. Have you ever walked around in the woods and later realized that you brought back some sticky seeds on your clothing? Some plants make seeds that are really good at sticking to clothing and fur, which helps the plants to disperse their seeds and grow more plants. So the relationship between you and the sticky seeds hitching a ride on your clothing is actually a kind of symbiosis. This time we call it commensalism. So in commensalism, one organism benefits and the other one is not really affected. So if we were to show this with our hands, let's have 1 thumb up and 1 sideways to show that one organism isn't really affected by the relationship one way or the other. Are you ready for one more kind of symbiosis? This time, think about a tick that attaches itself to a host, hopefully not you, and sucks that organism's blood. This is called parasitism. The tick is a parasite, and the host becomes itchy and is harmed by the parasite. We can show this with 1 thumb up and 1 thumb down. Another example of parasitism is the brown-headed cowbird. Now, cowbirds are common across the United States, and they don't build their own nests, since they used to follow bison herds as they roamed across the plains, eating bugs that the bison would stir up. Since cowbirds were always on the move, following the bison, they had no time to raise their own family. For this reason, brown-headed cowbirds are parasitic egg layers. The best way for them to have babies is to lay eggs in other birds' nests. The other bird unknowingly becomes a foster parent to the egg, and later the baby cowbird. But the growing cowbird often pushes the other baby birds out of the nest, or eats so much food that the others don't have as much. In this example, the brown-headed cowbird is benefiting from the foster nest situation, but the birds who built the nest are at a disadvantage because some or all of their own young are outcompeted by the cowbird. So today, we've learned all about symbiosis, a relationship between 2 different species of living things. Can you remember all 3 kinds that we talked about? Remember, in mutualism, both living things are happy with the relationship. In commensalism, one organism benefits and the other one is not affected one way or the other. And in parasitism, one organism benefits while harming the other. So the next time you're outside, I challenge you to find an example of symbiosis around you. I bet you can. Until next time, have fun exploring. Bye.